here. I'm coming at you with a Blu-ray and DVD update. It's been a while since I've done one of these. There's been a lot of stuff going on, and so I've gotten a lot of good. I feel like it's a quality update. I don't have 1,000 like some people get, here on YouTube, but I do have quite a bit for me, and it's really good quality stuff in my opinion. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Who YouTube, which is a website I found through Robbie Webster that has different people from the Blu-ray and DVD community here on YouTube on this website. So I'll leave a link down in the description box. Go and check them out and give them some love because it's a pretty sweet website. And also, I've been getting a lot of people leaving comments on my 24-hour movie marathon, asking if they could still participate. And even though I had a deadline on it back in April, I think it was, or May, you can still do it, put it as a video response, and I'll gladly watch it. I still have like 5 or 6 to watch, just because there's been a lot of stuff going on, and you guys are still being really patient with me about that. I'm glad. But if you're watching this video and you ask me about the movie marathon, if you can continue to do it, you can go right ahead. So I'll go ahead and get started. And real quick, before I start again, sorry for the lighting. I haven't filmed in this room in a while, and it's the afternoon, so all the sun's coming through the window, and so that's why you just see a line right here, and it's light, and then it's dark. And I turned on a lamp in the room to kind of give me some more light, and you can see the reflection in my glasses, and in the Godfather Part 2 poster right behind me. But it's okay, because you're not here to see me, we're here to talk about movies, and so that's my main goal. It's always been that way about this channel. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I have, the first 3 things I have are DVDs, the rest are Blu-rays. But the first thing is Burn Notice Season 5, and this is a show I started watching a few months ago, and I've been addicted to it. I love this show so much. For those of you guys who've never seen it, it's on USA, and it is about a spy who is burned, and that means basically you're like disemboweled, and you're put in a city, and you can't really do anything, and you're kind of being watched. It's because you did something bad, and he knows he's innocent, so he spends a lot of the series trying to figure out who burned him and why, and a lot of other things go on. But it's such a great series, and one of the things I love about it the most is that Bruce Campbell is one of the main characters, and I've loved Bruce Campbell ever since I first saw Evil Dead when I was younger. He's an awesome guy, and he steals every scene he's in this show. He's such an awesome guy. So if you've seen Burn Notice, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. If you haven't even heard of it, I suggest you watch it. It's an amazing show. Check it out. The next one I've done a review on, so I won't really go into it, and that is Smiley's People. The Alec Guinness as George Smiley in John le Carre's spy story. It's an amazing production. So I suggest you check this out, and I suggest you watch my review of it, and I'll put the link below if you want to watch the review of it. Alright, the next thing is one of the buddies that I work with. He recently had a kid, and he was trying to make some room and stuff in his house, so he was kind of getting rid of a lot of his DVDs and stuff. And he randomly came up to me one day at work. He's like, "Here, dude, you could have this. I know you collect them." And he just kind of threw at me the Criterion collection of Gomorrah, which is an Italian gangster film from, I think, 2007, 2008. And it's a pretty sweet film. I really recommend it. It's really realistic, and it's a gangster film I've never seen. I've never seen anything told in this way before. It's really gritty, but I guess I just need to stop repeating myself. It's just real. So I just suggest you check it out. I think there's a Blu-ray of it out too. It's a really good film, and it's a Criterion, so why wouldn't I want it? And for free. Thanks, dude. Alright, now on to the Blu-rays. I also did a review of this one recently, and it was Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Great film. If you want to see the review of it, I will put the link to that in the description box below. And the next one was my favorite movie of 2011, and it is a love it or hate it movie. I know people that absolutely hate it with a passion and don't even understand how people could like it, and I know people who love it, love it, and think it's one of the best movies, beautiful movies ever made, and that is Terrence Malick's Tree of Life. It's an amazing film, my favorite film of last year, probably the most beautiful film I've ever seen. Even the people that said they hated it and thought it was the most boring film ever have said it had beautiful shots. So I suggest you give it a shot. It's a really good film with some surreal elements to it, and I love a lot of surrealism, and it's just a really good movie, and it really, really impacted my life and some stuff that was going on in my life when I first saw this film, and I just really, really loved it. So, Tree of Life. Sorry. Of course, since The Dark Knight Rises came out, which I loved, I thought was a brilliant movie. I had to make sure that I had every Batman movie in my collection. So I had the Batman Returns, Batman and Robin, unfortunately, even though it's just a goofy film, and Batman Forever. I have Dark Knight and Batman Begins on Blu-ray, and so I was mentioning it, and my wife kind of surprised me with a Blu-ray of Batman the movie, starring Burt Ward and Adam West. And this movie is awesome. It's hilarious, it's full of cheesiness, and it's just a fun movie. And it's a really quotable movie if you want to make people laugh. It's just, there's this hilarious part where, Batman is with, the mayor and the commissioner, and Robin's there, and they're having this conversation, and they're trying to figure out who's behind all this criminal activity, and they have a revelation, and it's the dumbest thing you've ever seen. It was like, I was attacked at sea, and somebody would go, sea, for Catwoman, and then they'd be like, penguins also were at sea, penguin, and Batman would go, yeah, that shark was definitely pulling my leg, Joker, and then somebody would go, man, this is one big riddle, and it was all in one conversation, and that's how they figured out who the bad guys were, and it's just who wrote this film, Lorenzo Semple Jr. I don't know who he is, but he wrote this film, and some of those, even though it's cheesy and really stupid, it is hilarious, some of those lines. I mean, he should have gotten an Oscar for this. I don't know about an Oscar, but it was hilarious. So, I suggest and the Blu-ray looks amazing. Amazing Blu-ray. Really good transfer. Really brought out the vivid colors of the 60s. A lot of that, strong, vivid Technicolor look. And just an awesome movie. Of course, a lot of these Blu-rays now come with the recycled, the eco-friendly cases, which I'm all about being eco-friendly, but, I mean, if you're spending money on a case, you want to make sure it actually is durable. And this thing, that's, ridiculous. And I know some of you buy cases from, eBay. I think Travis, you do. For those of you guys who don't know Travis, it's Planet Beer Wagon, and I think I've seen Robbie Webster do the same thing. I think they buy the cases off of eBay just so they could have their DVDs and Blu-rays in a sturdier case. So I might have to invest into that. Alright, the next movie is one of my favorite films that I left out of my favorite films list, I think, my top 50. See, and that's what's hard about doing a list, is because you always leave some out. And this movie it's my favorite movie of the past 10 years. I love it. And it is Paul Thomas Anderson's There Will Be Blood. Love this film so much. The Blu-ray looks really good, and some people might complain about the Blu-ray because it doesn't look all that. It doesn't look like completely, how can I explain it? It doesn't look completely, you can't see every little hair on anybody's face and stuff and all the parts. But the thing is that the way he filmed this movie was with different cameras that were really old, and so, different style cameras, and so it was supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look grainy, and, I'm just glad they didn't try to take all that grain out like they do with a lot of films when they put it on Blu-ray. I just love this film so much, and I know this is another love it or hate it movie, and I just fell on the love it side. I've watched this movie 3 times in the last 3 weeks since I bought it, and I just love it so much. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend you get it. There will be blood. And the last thing that I'm going to show you today is something I got in the mail yesterday, and I know everybody's been talking about it here on YouTube, so I actually haven't even watched it yet on Blu-ray, but I will be doing a full review on it, and that is Steven Spielberg's Jaws, the Universal 100th Anniversary Blu-ray, which includes the DVD and digital copy. And I've always liked this film. Some people don't like it just because they don't like it. Some people think it's overrated, and I completely understand some of their points, but I've just always loved it, and I do consider it a classic. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be doing a full review on this soon. I'm going to go over all the documentaries and stuff. It has a brand new documentary called The Shark is Still Working. It's an all-new feature-length documentary featuring never-before-seen footage and interviews with the cast and crew, including Steven Spielberg, Richard Dreyfuss, Roy Scheider, and it has a Pocket Blue app and Blu-ray Live. And it also has the bonus features that were carried over from the DVD. The making of Jaws, Jaws the Restoration, which I think is new. But a lot of these were carried over from the special edition DVD too. Deleted scenes and outtakes from the set, storyboards, production photos, marketing Jaws, Jaws Phenomenon, original theatrical trailer. And I think that's pretty much it I could say right now about this. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this update, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, there's 3 ways of doing things: the right way, the wrong way, and the chat way. See ya.